and you have to get to the Jedi Temple within that planet. There was like a little elevator thing that you rolling down, and it took mad long to go down this elevator thing, right? But that's typically
Oh yeah,
just a
yeah, I
loading
remember
screen.
that. That shit took so long, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
god,
But
that really
that's
did.
just a loading screen, bro. That's a loading
Yeah,
screen to
that's the
load up the
loading.
world. Yeah, to load up that dungeon
Yeah,
underneath it.
yeah.
But now with this faster SSDs, it's like, yo, you don't have to dedicate all of that, animations to an elevator and all that stuff. You can just do what you want to do within the game. You know what I mean? So it changed the fundamental ways of how developers are going to think about creating a world in a game. Like it's
But that's what I was
ridiculous.
saying, bro. I'm like, yo, when it comes to the PS5 and how Mark Cerny was explaining it, yo, he just came off. He like it sounds much more ambitious. Like it,
Yeah,
and
it does,
again,
man.
it.
Even how the architecture works with the GPU and the CPU, it just sounds like, okay, this is completely something different that you're doing. You're not just doing the streamlined thing here like what
Yeah,
Xbox is doing, everything
yeah.
in the clock speed. And yeah, it's still yet to be proven. I'm not saying that it's just right away, oh, this is greatness. It's still yet to be proven. But it's like you said, it's so ambitious on what he's doing. Like it sounds like, yo, they're gonna be able to get the performance and be efficient how they want to be, with this console, man. It's just it's kind of crazy, yo.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Listening to
When it comes
that
to,
I listened to that Mark Sunny thing like 3 times, bro.
but that's
I
what I'm
listened to that thing
saying. When
like
it
three
comes
times.
to the ambitions, man, like the with what Mark Cerny is saying, how even how he was explaining the like the memory and how the SSD is gonna work and how that communicates with the PCIe and all that stuff. Like it was just
Mhm. Yeah,
it was
like
just
the
amazing. The
SSD, right?
scrubbers, yeah, and like we was talking about
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
scrubbers and how it's gonna be removing unused data to free up that space so that only the data that needs to be there is continually flowing. Like nothing's stationary. Nothing is no, in terms of the data, nothing is gonna be uh everything that's being used is being used. So like the way I perceived it in terms of the console, it's like almost like a smart TV type of thing, like a smart device, to where the system is only going to be used at the maximum capacity that the game allows, not what the system is capable of doing. You get what that means? When I say
Yeah,
that,
yeah, I get it.
when it's like, oh, we don't need, I hate to use teraflops, but just to kind of use it. Oh, we don't need. I don't see you. What the fuck's going on? We don't need
I sent you an invite.
we don't need what you call it. We don't need the whole 10 teraflops. We can just do this, that, and the third. This game only demands 8, so the GPU and everything is gonna it's gonna act at an 8 teraflops console. If that makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Yo,
I like
Tronji,
it.
what's good, man? He said PS5 equals perfect balance.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
100%, man.
I think I'm in your party. Sorry, I'm still working on this RAM, bro.
Yeah, man, I think we're in for a treat, man, when it comes to this PS5. I also think that too with the Xbox, but I just feel like it's just a little bit. The PS5 gonna push gaming forward a little bit more than the
I
Xbox
think it's
Series X.
the. I think you have to look at it from like a fundamental standpoint, in terms of like, based. And again, I'm only speaking off how Cerny is speaking. I feel like it's gonna be a fundament. Like the fundamentals of development is changing. Not just being able to create better looking games, but how developers approach these games can now change. Like everything is gonna be a long corridor and all. Like I just feel like
Yeah,
I just see I see games being more straight to the point, but also vaster in getting to that point. You get what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I agree. Yo, Cyber Dragon, what's good, man? I agree with 100% your persona, man. Like I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And yo, I'm listening to the thing again, and there's a lot of stuff that he said. Yeah, we're going to talk about that further on. We're going to show you. He actually said that he was going to show the gaming and all that stuff later on. Like a lot of people was expecting that, which I was as well. But he actually in the beginning was saying that. in the beginning of the whole demonstration.
Domination.
And he's gonna do the demonstrations with the
Capture and defend the
SSDs
objective.
very soon.
Securing
There's gonna be like a
Charlie
PS5
secure.
breakdown that they said is coming. Like they're gonna break down the whole console. So that's coming, so he can show you the cooling units and all that stuff. It's gonna be cool.
You're okay. Go patch up.
I ain't played this game in a minute, man.
Change the sound.
This dude. Hipfire. This is what this game is all about, man. Hipfire. No skill really required in this game. That's my biggest complaint about this trash ass game. That's why a lot of people love this shit. This COD takes no skill.
Back up at Bravo.
I'll change my sound setting so it wasn't too loud.
I don't hear no. I don't hear your.
No, like, cause I got these coming through my headset.
This is what this game is, man. But we gonna COD and talk.
Reloading.
I just gotta get reacclimated, y'all.
It's been a minute. In the corner. Alright.
Upstairs.
They got the better side. Oh. Why they start us off with this as the first map? Jesus.
Gun is huge. That's an M4.
Oh, where's he?
Yeah,
Why is he
bro.
up there? Come on, bro.
Enemy holds 2 objectives. Take them back.
Who was the creepy dude? The creepy guy. That was Jordan. Jordan been in this community for a long time. His voice does change up a little bit because I guess he's
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover.
Sitting down there, man.
how you sniping. Jordan been in this community for a minute.
Oh my god. I hate this fucking map. Jesus. I can't even get out the fucking spawn with this stupid ass map.
All types of bad, man. Fuck.
Enemy at the back alley.
Want to hear more about the PS? Yeah, the PS5 controller. Yeah, that's a good point. When it comes to like innovation, I don't feel like the PlayStation is taking more.
Friendly precision airstrike.
They're taking more risks.
Bueno.
Takes in this game, man. Hit fire, bang. It feels like it's just like, okay, we're putting out a console because we really want to push the boundaries of gaming.
Enemy at the restaurant.
Get up.
Where I feel
dare
like
you.
Xbox is just trying to capitalize and trying to sell you a service with this console. And it's not. I'm not dissing Xbox. I'm not trying to say Xbox is bad. That's just the impressions I'm getting with Xbox. Smart switch.
Securing A.
You can smart switch to your Game Pass games or some shit. You know what I mean? Like we're just here to sell you a product to sell you Game Pass.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I get that. I get why you feel like that.
Yeah, like with PS5,
Cause like it's no like again
we're
with
trying to put
Xbox.
games.
With Xbox, there's like no ambition. There's no like. I'm sorry,
I'm not
man.
saying there's no ambition there, but yeah,
I
you
am.
can say that. I agree with you. You can say that.
I am,
You can say that.
and I'm not saying that, like I'm saying that to be real. Like where is the ambition? Like they told you the specs, and that was it. Like there's no like, yo, these dudes working with AMD creating a whole new technology. Like, come on, man. Like people not
They doing
understanding
the
that,
whole
bro. Come on, man. It's a different ball game,
Enemy
man.
at the shop.
Yo, is that theirs? Oh, shit. I'm not trying to get hit by that.
Enemy launched an advanced strike.
They got it. Done.
Assist your team at B.
Oh, we not going.
But that's all it takes in this game is hit fire.
Almost got my veto if I can.
No way I should have won that fight.
I'm trying to get this veto.
Securing Bravo. Enemies halfway
Back
there.
alley.
Got a veto on station. Friendly UAV overhead.
Damn, look at this dude, man, with a fucking pistol.
Charlie, stand by.
Yo, cap that B.
Enemy holds 2 objectives. Take them back. Be advised. Friendly precision.
They spawn by 8.
Hostiles at Alpha. Go.
Enemy at the crossroads.
That's you?
That was mine. But they all spawn by 8.
I see it.
Xbox didn't talk about it. Yeah, Xbox looking like they're just trying to be hit. You know what I mean? Trying to hit the young crowd, which I get it. Let's put this Austin Evans dude that loves our console, you know, to talk about our shit, which is smart. You get to control the narrative, you know what I mean? Where you have a fan that's a pretty heavy influence talking about the console. The influencer is going to sell the console much better than Mark Cerny is.
Yeah, people are already saying, oh, Mark Cerny's this, he's boring. He's blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo, you guys are not. You guys don't understand it. I got it. When it comes to Mark Cerny, get techie, man. That's how techies are, man. If you're not into tech, and a lot of people expose themselves because it's like y'all some techies and y'all into tech and all this shit. But y'all bored. What you bored about, man? It's tech.
Everybody's a tech guy, but I'm asleep. Mark Cerny put me to sleep.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I was into that shit, man. I was like really like paying attention. I loved it, man. I loved it. For me, it was great. I loved the tech. And that's the thing people gotta understand too, man. This wasn't no PS5 reveal. It was a tech architecture deep dive. Those are 2 different things. Not only that, you people keep forgetting, this is from GDC, game developers. So all the shit they talking about, they went into that deeper detail for game developers, but they just so happen to be like, you know, let's release this to the public and let everybody see it. Because realistically, it ain't for us. That shit wasn't for us at all. Yo, why are they at 8? What's going on?
Yeah, I feel like that came, that whole conference or that whole talk that came out due to the fact that
So many people been saying that
this
they
got
need
delayed
information.
because of COVID. So we're gonna just put that there to make everybody see it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to anybody as far as like a consumer. Because they announced, he said it. He's like, yo, we're gonna show you guys the breakdown. We're gonna show you guys. Oh, yo, he's peaking.
Yo, Cyber
This
Dragon
game, like,
is good, bro.
This game, like, you know what I mean? The camera, look at that.
Enemy at the back
I
alley.
saw him at the last minute. He just blended in perfectly.
Wow, look at this dude, man. Fucking M4, what a scrub.
They've got 2 objectives. Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the crossroads.
Yo, look at him, bro. Stop it. And then the blue dude runs past this guy. Come on, man. We lost. This
Yo,
trash
this
ass
dude
man.
jumps in.
Enemy at the back alley.
Precision airstrike.
Be in
Take
for
cover.
it.
In a window.
Jumps in. Stop. listening while he's jumping. Kill this guy. Yo, somebody right there, Persona.
UAV overhead.
I got him.
We're down but not out. Let's go.
Setting Claymore.
Enemy in the back alley.
Oh, I got sniped.
Game's
Digital Foundry. Joe, what happened with Digital Foundry?
Fight another day.
Yo, King Thrash already proved that. Well, I did think that they didn't go into that further with their Gears 5 Xbox, breakdown. I don't see no real issue with Digital Foundry. I mean, when it comes to their opinions on things like that,
they coming
I
from
take
a
it with grain
PC
of salt.
side.
Yeah, but when it comes to like the actual tools that they use and all that shit, then I'm like, okay, I can use that, and I can assess things myself. One thing with this community, everybody think that somebody else is an idiot because they're an idiot. You know what I mean? Where people think that you can't understand tech talk, like you can't do your research or study up and actually try to learn, how these consoles are being formulated and things like that. You know what I mean? Like these motherfuckers out here be thinking just because they built a PC watching a fucking Google YouTube video that they, you know what I mean, that nobody else can understand technology. Dumbasses out here, man. There's a lot of people in this community I can just roast, man. Just roasting, but I just be falling back. I'm like, why you taking my T-flops? You don't know what it means. Shut the fuck up. Niggas been talking about T-flops for like good 3 years now. You think nobody know what it means now? Shut up. It's not like it's a new term now. People have done their research and it goes with anything that you're interested in. You know what I mean? When you got your first car, what the fuck you was doing? You was researching
Research.
engines. Yeah, you know what I mean? You Googling all that shit.
Kill confirmed. No prisoners.
A lot of
Shoot
these
to kill.
dudes, man, they just talk from a place of
Same thing
ignorance,
with
though.
gaming. If you're interested in gaming, of course you're gonna start researching like CPUs, GPUs. How is it formulated? How does it work? What's a teraflop? You're gonna detail. Yeah, the stuff on Twitter might be jokes and shit. Don't get it twisted.
Enemy in the
Niggas is
cargo containers.
highly intelligent out here.
They ain't hearing you though, man. They not listening.
Yeah, man.
They think it's just all fanboy wars, and it's like, nah, man. I'm educated out here, bro. I'm certified.
It goes with anything in life, man. If you're interested in something, you know what I mean?
Well, educate yourself on it.
You're gonna educate yourself. Yeah, you're gonna do the proper research.
My thing is, and what I tell people is, don't just listen to these dudes on YouTube telling you shit. Do your own research. That's my whole thing. When I say what I say, yeah, you can. If I'm telling you something, sure, you can hear me out, whatever. But I would still expect you to do your own research and be like, oh yeah, Persona was right, or anything I tell you guys on my channel, I've researched it, or I'm speaking through the research that's been done. Yeah, like if I'm reading shit to you, if we talking about a topic or something, when especially when it comes to tech, I'm reading off what they telling me and I'm giving my interpretation. That's it.
Like niggas ain't have to write
Enemy UAV
research
overhead.
papers and theses.
Yeah.
You
But
know
you
what
got
I mean?
people trying to tell you. You got people that's giving you
Friendly UAV overhead.
these what if scenarios with tech that they've never worked with, that they've never even seen or done shit with before. That's my whole thing.
I built a PC, so I know what I'm talking about.
Man, I said it on Twitter, I'm gonna say it again. A lot of y'all not tech experts, man. You gaming rig experts. What does that mean? That means
Yo,
exactly
bruh.
what it is. You know, if someone, you know, you could tell somebody what type of gaming rig to build. Which, you know, tech. When you talking about tech, nah. You ain't built
Yeah,
like that.
yo,
Man.
niggas out here Googling how to build a rig, trying to use that like that's their vast knowledge.
Yeah, like
Using
they've
somebody
done
else's
it.
knowledge on how to build something.
Yep.
Like, yo, let niggas talk what they want to talk about. Obviously, niggas ain't dumb out here, man. I hate that shit, yo. The next time I see somebody say that shit, I'm roasting them. That's a fact.
On site.
Roasting them, bro.
On site.
That's why you don't see a lot of people comment on the shit I be saying.
Yeah.
I roast a nigga.
Friendly UAV
Dumbass,
overhead.
man. I be a little PC, I ain't doing that.
I'll be
You're
driver.
picking at me.
I be in the cut.
Did you be a little PC, Hanky Mary?
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, I'm over here talking to the PC dudes like, yo, you play at 30 frames. I'm like, no, I don't.
Hey, Mary.
Enemy at the cargo containers.
It's like, you play at 30 frames. Like, I easily can play over 100 and something frames. Fuck you talking about?
Facts.
Yo, somebody is like,
Enemy at the palace dome.
I hate this map, bro.
but this dude is not getting hit, bro. Look at this. I'm over here just joking around with the PC dudes like, yeah, I'm coming for y'all motherfuckers soon. Like, you ain't in 30 range. No the fuck I don't. He's making it seem like consoles is sparse when it comes to 60 frames per second games. Shut up, man.
Funny thing is, a lot of these dudes started on consoles. I forget where they come from. And
Man,
to
shit
this
is
day,
annoying, bro.
console got the best exclusives. I'm willing
That's
to
what I'm
debate that.
Enemy at the checkpoint.
So I know,
Console got the best
why is this game?
exclusives.
Why is this game chunky? My game is like lagging a little bit.
Bro, what is
Like,
going on?
freeze
Like,
up.
I hate this map, bro. It's ugly ass map.
This map is hot garbage. I'm gonna change it.
It's basura, basura.
Enemy at the crossroads.
I thought he was on that. Yo, and we playing the same people, bro. That's how you know nobody playing this game. Playing the
Yeah,
same
and
fucking
crossplay
people.
on. How you heard me?
Funny because people were. Oh, did you leave? I was about to kill somebody. I was about to kill him.
I left, bro. I was like, this joint is trash. This game is hot garbage, though, man.
It's funny too because a lot of people defended this game. Don't play it.
A lot of older gamers, a lot of old games ran at 60, yeah, like 60 frames per second. That's why I said in that Speak from the Heart when I was talking about frames. Frames, getting how people want 60 frames to be the standard in gaming. Frames is not a next-gen experience. Like 60 frames is not a next-gen experience. You have plenty of 60 frames per second games that you can play right now. A lot of these people that always talk about 60 frames per second, 60 frames per second that, and they bash consoles, they don't play fighting games. Majority of the fighting games is in 60 frames. You know what I mean? So 60 frames is something I'm used to all the time. A lot of them don't play a lot of these indie games. Indie games have 60 frames per second. You know what I mean? Like,
But that's
these
why I said
dudes-
what I said when I said that 60 frames. When it comes to like these single player games and stuff, yo, we in the same match, bro. We literally in the same match. This is why I said what I said. Like when it comes to like frames and stuff like that, first person shooters, sports games, and fighters should definitely get that. That should be the cream of the crop when it comes to that. If you're trying to build a story driven game and stuff like that, I leave that up to the developer, man. Honestly, like with that, I leave it up to the developer. But
Yeah,
fast-paced games.
I don't really clamor for 60 frames a second like certain games. You know what I mean? How these guys are. I can't play this unless it's 60. Like I have experienced 120 frames. My monitor right now is a 165 refresh rate. So you know what I mean? I can experience very, very high frames on my monitor right now. My TV is 120 refresh rate hertz. So, you know what I mean? These guys keep telling you that, oh, once you experience this, you would never go back. Like, yo, I experienced it. I played Batman Arkham Knight in 90 frames per second and higher. Played PUBG in over 100 and something frames. I've played, what's the game? Super Lucky Tales in like 100. That game, the frames is just like skyrocket. I played Gears in over 100 and something frames. You know what I mean? Like I've experienced that, but I will still go back to playing Final Fantasy 7. Hey, I ain't had no issue with that. How do some of these PC snobs be? They're like, Final Fantasy 7, I can't play that at 30 frames. I mean, got it.
A lot of these dudes ain't
What?
even played Final Fantasy before. I don't want to hear that from you.
They be
Guys,
like,
you guys
what?
are fraud anyway.
I can't play this in 30 frames.
Kill confirmed.
It'd be the scrubbiest gamers too, man. Like these dudes are hot garbage. They don't upload no gameplay. They are hot, pure garbage. Somebody want high frames. For what? You don't play nothing competitively.
UAV entering the
You
AO.
would sign up for a tournament, but you want 60 frames. you are hot garbage at these games. I bring up these
Damn,
points,
man, the
like,
tree was in my way because I knew he was coming. Jesus
point.
Christ.
Well, back to the PS5 versus Xbox. That Xbox is dog shit.
Yo, you
Hey, yo,
got me
why
killed,
Phil
man.
Spencer and crew haven't said anything about power yet? Listen,
Enemy
I
sentry
told you
gun
guys
active.
when it comes to the Xbox One and the Series X and the PS5.
Is the stream messing up for
the
y'all?
Xbox,
Enemy at the destroyed building.
their energy's real different. With the Scorpio, they was real quick to talk about that power difference. Real quick. They was like, yo, we got the most powerful console. They haven't put out
Why is
anything
it
yet.
saying-
When the Pro got announced by Mark Cerny after that whole thing, Aaron Greenberg, all of them was like, yo, we got the most powerful console. 4K native. Remember true 4K, all that
Yeah.
stuff they were saying.
All of that was lies too.
What happened?
It turned out to be
They're not saying none of
checkable.
that no more.
Halfway there. Step it up.
Them boys
Kill
humble.
confirmed. Enemy called for emergency airdrop. Enemy care package inbound.
See, but they exposed themselves because they was. It came out that they were using
Enemy at the
checkerboard
construction
too.
site.
Yo, why my shit acting up?
Enemy personal radar in the air.
You jump like
Kill
lagging,
confirmed.
right?
Yeah. Nah, the stream. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at the stream on YouTube. Shit
Enemy
laggy.
IAV tank on the deck.
Like
Kill
my stream, it
Enemy
feel like I'm
counter
lagging.
UAV online.
I don't know what they did to the settings or something after these updates. That
Stream lag.
Warzone shit kind of changing the game. It don't feel as smooth. Where the hell are these people at, man?
What's up with my stream? What's going on?
Less than a minute.
Legit came across, yo, Reef Chief, what's good, bro? I legit came across like about 2 people this whole time playing this game. Oh, I don't understand how people like this game, bro. Like, you see that? My
Yeah.
the game lagging a little bit. I don't know why.
Oh, we good now. I don't know what was going on with my stream. I think we good now. Guys, let me know if I'm good with the stream,
30
man.
seconds.
Bit rate.
Flagged up. Move your asses.
My shit good. I don't know why it's doing that. Weird.
Yeah, it looked like it's chugging.
It still look like that?
Yeah, from what I'm looking at right now, it looks like it's chugging.
Shit.
Friendly
You got
Wilson
on
on
60?
station. Beginning
Oh,
sweep.
this nice.
No, yeah, no, good. Get out of here, bro.
Hard day, lad.
Hold
Yo.
on, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream. I'll be right back.
We left the game. We came in late. Play it safe. We're gonna make sure we're powerful, and we're gonna play it safe here. Like it's really a miniature PC. You know what I mean? The pause and resume stuff, you can do that on your PCs. It's cool. that you can do that on the console now, but it's just like it's just PC shit that you can do on your console now. Like with the PS5, there's things that PCs are not doing right now that the PS5 is going to be doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, my shit's still
that's
lagging.
how,
What is
that's
going
just how I
on?
feel with it, man. It seems like it's lagging. Let me see what I can do with settings. Watch your mouth when you're
Kill
talking to me, man.
confirmed. No prisoners.
Just
Company
because you're on my
policy.
team don't mean I gotta talk to you, bro. It's COD, nigga. Yeah. Oh, I see. Too late. Those are pussies.
Setting Claymore.